systems of equation word problems. We're going to go over 3 different types of word problems that you could potentially see. The first one states that the sum of 2 numbers is 90, the difference is 18. Find the numbers. So I'm going to say my 2 numbers are x and y. So I've got x plus y equals 90. So that's my first statement. So the sum of 2 numbers, x and y, are equal to 90. I'm then going to write the difference is equal to 18. So now I know that difference is subtraction, so just go back to clarify the second equation. Now, when I look at these equations that make up my system, I know that if I add the 2 lines together, I can cancel out the y's. So that's what we're going to do first. So you're going to get 2x equals 108. Divide each side by 2, and you're going to get 54. Next thing that we're going to do is plug in that 54, and I'm going to use the top equation, and it's going to say 54 plus y equals 90. Okay, I'm going to subtract 54 from each side, so I'm going to get y is equal to 36. So looking at these two, if I subtract them, I'm also going to get 18, so I know that these are my answers, that y is equal to 36 and that x is equal to 54. So let's move on to the next one. And states that the second of 2 numbers is 4 more than the first. So again, let's just use our x and y. So I know the second one is equal to 4 more than the first. Then it states that the sum of 2 numbers is equal to 56. So here are my 2 equations. X plus 4 equals y, and x plus y equals 56. You're then going to take this x plus 4 and replace the y with that quantity. I'm using substitution because it's set up for it. Why make more work for myself if I can just plug it back in? So you're going to have x plus 4 equals 56. So just realize if it's y equals or x equals, substitution is what you need. If you've got it in standard form, so x and y on the same side, you're going to want to use elimination. So back to solving. Oops. I'm going to get 2x plus 4 equals 56. You're going to subtract each side by 4. So you'll get 2x equals 52. Next step is to divide by 2. So your x is 26. Okay. To find y, I'm going to plug it into the first equation that we solved for. So you've got y equals 26 plus 4. In this case, y is going to equal 30. If I look at my second equation, these two x and y's, they have to add up to, 56. So 26 and 30 is 56. Okay, one more problem. It says the number of calories in a piece of pie is 20 less than 3 times the number of calories in a scoop of ice cream. The pie and ice cream together have 500 calories. How many calories are in each? So I know the second equation is going to be a lot easier than the first statement. So I'm just going to say that the pie is x, the ice cream is y, and their the total number of calories in both is 500. So now we've got to look at this first statement. And looking at it and reading it the first time through, that is the hardest part, is writing that second one. So we're going to break this down. So we know that x is the pie. So literally we're going to say x equals, because is stands for an equals, so this is equal. 20 less than 3 times a number of calories in a scoop of ice cream. Well, here's my y. My y is times by 3, 20 less. So x is equal to 3 times y minus 20. So now I'm back where I'm not using elimination, I'm going to use substitution again. So you're going to have 3y minus 20 plus y equals 500. Okay. And I add my y's, I get 4y minus 20 equals 500. Add 20 to both sides, so I get 4y equals 520. Okay. I'm going to divide 4 into 520, so I get 1. So let's just do this math out. So 4 goes into 5 once. Subtract, you get 12. 3, so 130. So 130 calories is my y. And the pi, I have to times 130 by 3 and subtract 20. So I'm just going to take the first equation again and just subtract 130 from it. So I'm going to go 300 minus 130. This will give me what x equals. So that, and just make sure I check my math, will be 370. So when I add it together, I'll get 500. So this concludes word problem.